Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Sing peace around the world. 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 Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true.
Yes. Now I request Ms. M. Vaishnavi, Assistant Professor, Computers, Department of Computer Science, to share about the college.
Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon, sister. Health and good sense are two gifts of life's greatest blessings. Let us thank our Almighty God for giving and keeping us more healthy and make us to survive with good health. A warm greetings from Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC of Idhaya College for Women, Kumbakonam, brings to you awareness drive about COVID-19 and also to use this quarantine in a beneficial way to enhance our knowledge by organizing this 5 days national level faculty development program on techniques in enhancing teaching and learning skills. I feel privileged to welcome you all to the day one session on the topic digital technology in teaching and learning. I started my introduction session about our college. In this valuable juncture, I would like to share about the glory of our college. Idhaya College for Women is one of the prestigious institutions affiliated to Bhardasan University, Tiruchirappalli, run by Franciscan Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary Congregation, Pondicherry. The college was established in the Jubilee year 2000. It has a good number of students, about 3,250, pursuing 10 undergraduation, 8 post-graduation, 7 research program, and PhD in Tamil, respectively. The institution was recognized by UGC 2F and 12B. The laudable and noble vision of Idhaya is to provide a learning environment in which staff and students can discover, examine critically, preserve, and transmit the knowledge, wisdom, and values that will improve the quality of life of all. To accomplish the vision, Idhaya will committed to transform lives through following missions: to achieve leadership in each discipline, to strengthen cultural understanding, to offer an environment that emphasizes teaching excellence and meets the educational and personal needs of the students, to survive the needs of women, minority, disadvantaged, disabled, and non-traditional students. Now, I invite IQAC Coordinator and Head of PG and Research Department of Computer Science, Dr. C. Pramila Rossi, to give her welcome address.
Good afternoon to one and all. our greatest happiness does not depend on the condition of life in which chance has placed us, but is always the result of a good content, good health, occupation, and freedom in all just pursuits. A warm greetings from Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Idhaya College for Women Kumbakonam to one and all for joining with us in our 5 days National Faculty Development Program on techniques in enhancing teaching and learning skills. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to stand in the rain. First of all, I thank the Almighty God for keeping us to survive in good health ways and also for making us to organize this 5 days national level faculty development program during this lockdown. It's a glad welcome we bring to you this day filled with more knowledge you have to learn, which makes the brighter you are. The more you have to learn to pursue knowledge about teaching and learning skills. I'm very happy to welcome our beloved principal and IQAC chairperson, Reverend Teacher Dr. Eugene Amala, who guided and motivated us to organize this 5 days national level faculty development program. I feel privileged to welcome our present today's session, Dr. Sister A. Janita, Vice Principal and Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Idhaya College of Engineering for Women, Salem, to present the topic Digital Technology in Teaching and Learning. She completed her doctorate degree in the year 2018. She is a lifetime member of ISE and IEEE journals. She is the chairperson of IQAC and also member of College Administrative Council, Governing Council, and Planning and Monitoring Committee, and also a director of the Entrepreneurial Technology Incubation Cell and coordinator of Market Council. Today we feel more privileged to have an opportunity to listen to her session on digital technology in teaching and learning. Welcome you, sister. I extend my welcome to all the participants joined with us for today's session and make use of this session in enhance our knowledge. I would like to hand over this session to our respectable principal and IPS chairperson, Reverend Dr. Eugene Amala, who has special wishes. Thank you.
Dear professors, glad to meet you all. As we invoke God's blessings and lighted the candles of love and peace to the whole universe to eradicate darkness. With great pleasure, I would like to say that Idhaya College for Women Kumbakonam organized a virtual webinar series. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill the love of learning practically. Yes, we are called to inspire, ignite, and instill the youth. I see unlimited possibilities are here in our day-to-day life, which helps us to impart knowledge and inculcate values. Doing hard work along with smart work can accomplish everything. Remember that wherever you are, whatever life may surprise you, you carry the honor of an academician. Being the best of the best, you will be admired by many others in the educational institution, and many opportunities will come on your way. These real-time virtual programs are essential for our professional development. Additionally, they eliminate travel expenses and reduce time spent out of the office and the college system. Say these slogans every day. I am capable, responsible, talented, and innovative. I can make difference. I am becoming better every day. I choose to be happy. I love my life. I enjoy new adventures. I focus on the positive. I learn from many challenges. I am smart and make good choices. I do the best I can. I love to learn new things. Let us stay together through this webinar throughout this week. Let this session be an eye-opener to all of us. On this auspicious time, I congratulate the effort taken by the IQAC coordinator, Dr. Pramila Rossi, and the IQAC members. Now, I hand over the session to Dr. Sister Janita, the young and energetic member of our Idhaya family, Vice Principal and Professor of Idhaya Engineering College, Chinnasalem, to share her views and ideas about digital technology in teaching and learning. Over to you, sister.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Dr. Eugene Amala. I take this opportunity to thank the management, principal, and the faculty community of Idhaya College for Women, Kumbakonam, for giving me a warm welcome and inviting me to be the resource person for this faculty development program. So on this occasion, I would like to give my warm welcome as well as greetings to all the participants. I could see there are many professors are attending this meet. It's really a wonderful, valuable session, I think so. Really, I congratulate all the participants for your effort. I would like to say only one thing. Actually, this COVID-19 pandemic, it is a paradigm shift in our education system. We could accept it. Why? Because we were very much interested in our traditional way of education system. But the last 2 months, almost now the third month we are going to enter. So these days tells us that we should have the shift. So that only when the organizers approached me to select the topic for this FDP, I immediately said the topic is digital technologies in teaching and learning. The impact of digital technologies is very much needed during this period because this COVID-19 pandemic tells us one thing. If we want to survive, we have to be fit because survival of the fitness depends upon the strength of the human being. So as a teacher, we should have the strength and to adapt the changes. So with this intro, let me enter into my topic. So let me start with again the signs of the time, very important term, digital technology. As we all know, digital technology, it is none other than, it represents the electronic tools, systems, devices, and resources that generate, store, or process data. We know about all our electronic devices. Yes, what are the electronic devices we have? Very probably we could say what we have it in our hand, our mobile phone is also a best example for electronic device. So the same way the other examples of social media, search engines, multimedia, and all the apps, either mobile app or Windows app or iPad app. So let us see one by one. The first one is social media. This term is very interesting term, especially for the adults. Okay, because it gives a good platform to make one-to-one and one-to-many communication as much as possible and as early as possible. So if we list out the top 10 social medias, so that thing they have given the Facebook, I accept that. But anyway, when we see it, already we are very familiar with the thing WhatsApp. Okay, so WhatsApp is very, very important one because for our teaching learning process also, when I approach the teacher to send the informations through any one of the platform, learning platform, immediately they say, no sister, we could share the information easily through WhatsApp. Why we have to go very, tedious processes? Because in WhatsApp also, easily we can share our syllabus, easily we can share our all the materials and collect the test papers from the students, everything. But what I think is, there is a platform for everything. So as a teacher, we should know all that platforms. We should not use like these social medias for enhancing the education system. And the next one is popular search engines. So even though Yahoo, Ask.com, MSN, Bing, About is there, the very best and popular search engine is Google. When I enter into this engineering field, I don't know about what is the real meaning of Google. But then I searched it and I learned it that the literal meaning of Google is search. So that only the founders, they gave this name as Google for this search engine. So Google is the best search engine. Why? Because it depends upon its searching algorithm. So what algorithm they are using? Let me tell it in the next slides in the later sessions. But the main thing is, when we are very smart, the people like to have good communication with us. The same way, the Google is a very friendly, approachable, user-dependent search engine, so that only everyone is willing to have the connections with the Google. And we should know about the multimedia elements. So there are, as a teachers, we are already having our mind to give something new to our students. So if we take right this period, YouTube is very familiar through either live program or recorded video. Even we teachers educate us, instruct us, sharing the information to the students as well as other teaching learning community. So whenever we see the multimedia elements, there are two types. Okay, one is dynamic elements. We all know that all video and audio as well as animation will come under the dynamic elements. And static elements means all text documents and graphics. Even the 2D images, two-dimensional images will also get into this static element only. So as a teacher, if I want to enhance the digital technology based enabled education system to my student, means I should know all these multimedia elements. Am I capable to create a video or animation or any text document or any graphics or 2D images? Like this, we have to ask ourselves, am I eligible or am I having the ability? And when we think about the apps, either it may be in the mobile or Windows or iPad, apps takes the major role. So if you want the video, means what I said earlier, YouTube is one of the video platform. So if I want to access it, means I cannot do it. First of all, I have to download it. In order to download YouTube, I need a YouTube downloader app. So without this app, I cannot do anything. Okay, let me download one app, but it is in the format of MP4. But I need, it may be in some other format. What I can do, I can change it into some video converter using app. And one more thing is, if suppose I could not using the video converter, but immediately I have to see that video, means the very friendly manner we can approach the VLC app. So that can be accessed at any time, at any devices. The apps are the hearts of every person to enable the digital technologies. So as I said earlier, if we think about the mobile devices, all phones, laptops, iPads are needed. So we know that what are the things are needed for digital communications. But now let me say that what are the best impact of digital technologies. See, as we all know that the first very important positive impact is easy access to information. That is very, very important positive impact. Wherever we are, we may in Chennai or we may in Kumbakonam or we may in London, but we can easily access the information what was shared by our professors or students, anything else. The same way, it is having very high retention period or retention of information. We can store it easily. And the main thing is the storage amount is also very high, because when we enter into the Gmail, up to some limit, maybe 25 MB, we can share the information. But it can be extended when we use Google Drive. But now I could learn that YouTube, we can store almost 128 GB. We know what is the worth of 1 GB. Yes, 128 GB information, we can store it in YouTube, means we can watch the movie continuously for 12 hours. So such a high storage facility we have in technologies. And it produces the good platform for better presentation. So who is using nowadays all the blackboards? Yes, all are preparing the PPTs and going to the classroom and project it and let us give a very good presentation to our students. So technology give us good way to present, have a smart way of presentation. And it is very, very interactive method, because we teachers always to have the interactive sections with our students. This technology, in order to create the involvement of the student, it enhances many other techniques also. So this interactive way of technology is needed for us too. And it is the best way to share our knowledge. As I said earlier, if I want to share one thing, definitely n number of people will see that. There is no excuses for that. I could not say always one person should listen. No, it is the platform where we can share our knowledge. And almost the last point is, it is very much important for our students, because in order to make our students involvement, it creates the interest. So it creates the interest of learning. So that is the very important impact or advantage of using this digital technologies. And when we sum up all these digital technologies, it comes under only two contexts. One is academic computing and another one is administrative computing. Let us leave the second one, because we are not that much going to involve in administration process. We are going to concentrate only on the academic. So always academic means teaching and learning. So we can use the technologies both in teaching and learning. So e-education is the combination of e-learning and e-teaching. So we all know that e-learning is the technology-enabled learning. The same way, e-teaching is none other than the actual teaching in order to enhance the e-learning programs. So these two are complement to each other. We could not say that one is best, another one is no. Either of which would not exist without the other. So let us see how the e-education can be involved to our betterment of our student communities. Let us learn a few steps. You almost know all these things, but anyway, let me take this chance to refresh what are the things I know, and I would like to share this with you. I always prefer Google, because it is very, very, user-friendly app, user-friendly platform too. So the same way, Google provides a Google Classroom. I always admire Google. As I said earlier, first they have started as a search engine platform. Then slowly they have adapted the, cloud computing method. It is none other than providing the storage platform that is called the Google Drive. And then slowly they move upon towards all the applications. Either if you want to find out a shortest route during the traffic time, we can use Google Map. The same way, then Google Documents, and then Google Calendar, and we can stack it out, okay? And now they are providing the Google Classroom also. So in this classroom, we can provide all our materials to the students. We can assess their performance, and even we can conduct the video conferencing using this app. So Google Classroom is a very important technology we should aware of that. Second one is virtual reality. I always admire this team, because students having tendency to have all the 5 senses to be active. So this virtual reality makes the very important 2 senses, our sight and sound, to get enabled through this virtual reality. Suppose when we are taking classes, if we say to the students, okay, now imagine Taj Mahal, it is in white in color and its shape is like that, the student will not understand, because nowadays the students are not having the good imagination power. What can we do? We can take them to the Taj, where the Taj Mahal is located. Physically, if we do it, it is very, very expensive. What can we do? We can adapt this technology, virtual reality. It is created with software and presented to the user in such a way that the users suspends belief and accept it as a real environment. So, generally speaking, it can produce the 3D view of any location or any buildings or anything. You can make a virtual trip to any places. So the students, if they want to learn something, you create that environment in 3D form and make them to feel that they are standing there and watching it. So there are a lot of applications are available to have this virtual reality. One of the application I have given as an example, it is Impact All. So you can download this app, but we need some hardwares like the lenses we need it. But anyway, in many of the universities and colleges, they adapt this method because it is a very current trend. Students can make use of it. And one more thing we can say it, if suppose they want to do one dangerous, what is that, something which is not relevant to their field, then they can express to this virtual reality. They can understand it. So this virtual reality will also open the platform for students to have very innovative and interesting environment to learn. And third thing, I would like to introduce the adaptive learning method. In traditional way of learning, many of our faculties, we follow this adaptive learning. Yes. So as soon as we enter into the class, first we throw some of the questions, and the students immediately answering the question will be considered as a very bright student. And then likewise, we split up categories, then moderate student or average student, and finally slow learners. Even not at all asking the question, we can finalize it with conducting the first CAAT, okay, first assessment test itself. So the students, those who are producing very good marks, scoring very good marks in their subject will be considered as a bright student, and then moderate student, or then slow learners. Then we start to concentrate on the slow learners to give extra coaching to them. But for moderate students, we just teach them. For bright students, sometimes we may ask, okay, you study this topic on your own. If any doubt, ask me. The same concept is implemented as a software form. So there are a lot of platforms, apps are available in order to implement this adaptive learning. So when a learner is entering into this adaptive learning platform, first they will get a list of questions. They have to answer the questions. So while answering the question itself, the system, by using the artificial intelligence mechanism, it will analyze which category he or she belongs. Either he is a bright student or average student or slow learner. Once if it is understood, then what are the materials it would like to give, it will categorize it. Okay, it will also suggest the teachers to categorize it. Oh, he is a slow learner. Don't give 10 questions as assignment, just to give only 2 questions as an assignment. So such a thing is available in technology. So there are a lot of apps are there, platforms are there. As I said, some of the examples I have given in the slide: IBM Watson, Microsoft Power BI, and Dreambox Learning. But anyway, now I would like to share one video about this adaptive learning. You could visually understand what is adaptive learning. Let us watch.
Adaptive learning is an educational method which uses computers as interactive teaching devices. The different types of adaptive learning model are expert model, the model with the information which is to be taught; student model, the model which tracks and learns about the student; instructional model, the model which actually conveys the information; instructional environment, the user interface for interacting with the system. What are the benefits of adaptive learning? Faster and higher quality student progression with adaptive learning. Teachers can use the time students spend with the computer software to address their needs one-on-one or in a small group setting. adapts to different abilities. Adaptive learning program can change its approach on an individual level to make sure students are mastering concepts before moving on to more difficult material. Improves understanding. With adaptive learning, the method and pace of instruction is customized for each individual student, which could improve their chances of truly understanding new academic concepts. Engages students. Today's tech-savvy students may become more engaged in their lessons if given the chance to spend part of class time on the computer. Using adaptive learning programs allows students to work at different paces. With adaptive learning, kids are able to work at different paces according to their strength and achieve the best possible academic outcomes. Frees up time for one-on-one instruction. Adaptive learning software constantly monitors and analyzes students' responses, giving teachers insight into their grasping capacity and whether a particular kid is getting benefited from one-on-one instruction. Adaptive learning, way to succeed.
Okay. I think you could understand what is adaptive learning now. And it is very important platform, as I said. So I would like to introduce one platform here, Alex. So it is none other than assessment and learning in knowledge spaces. So it is a web-based artificial intelligence assessment and learning system. So here, the adaptive questioning is thrown to the students. They have to answer it. And from that, the system will understand which category he or she belongs to that. Then the system will allot the course for him. So it is really a wonderful, amazing method. So it was also available in our technologies. We should understand. So if you want, you please go and visit this site. Thank you. Now, the fourth one is what we are very familiar with and what we are doing it now right away. Yes, video conferencing. So before, what is it, 3 or 4 years ago and all, I was wondering how this video conferencing is conducted, how it is going on. But now it is very, very easy and approachable for all the peoples. Even those who are in remote places can have this video conferences. What we are doing now, the Zoom app is also example for this video conferencing. And there are one more app is there, Loom, but many are not aware of this one. And there are some apps are available combining both video conferencing and interactive whiteboards. They have given the list of InFocus, MondoPad, and Microsoft Surface Hubs and video. So these are the platforms will give both video conferencing and interactive whiteboard. You can write it on your whiteboards and teach your students by using the internet. And at this juncture, I would like to introduce our Indian video conferencing app, Namaste. Okay, because as Indians, we have to give preference to our Indian products. And there are some other live whiteboard apps are there that this can also be implemented, and we can join with some other video conferencing too. I have listed a few whiteboard apps. The very important and friendly, user-friendly app is whiteboard.fi. Many are using in order to create derivative parts, that is mathematical equations. It is very, very useful for us. So you could try when you find the time. Now, the fifth level of my presentation is, I would like to give importance to online learning platforms. As we all in the learning period, we have to adapt such new things also. We are very familiar with the MOOC. Okay, it is a massive open online course. So more number of people can join. It is an open platform and they can have their courses there. But it's the same time coursework is delivered entirely over the internet. There is no restriction at all. So many of you, the faculties and professors are aware of this MOOC application. And it is one more thing I would like to introduce here is Moodle. Moodle is none other than Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. Actually, it is also a free learning management system, but sometimes we can have what is that? Innovative ideas means we can pay it, but it's more almost it is a free method only. It enables educators to create their own private website filled with dynamic courses that extend learning anytime and anywhere. So it gives a full what is that usage of the different types of courses what we can have it, and even we teachers can create our own syllabus and courses, and we can upload it in this Moodle also. And the next one is NPTEL. The AICT, our stakeholders, engineering colleges, stakeholders, they are statutory body, they always prefer the NPTEL. Okay, so it is a national program on technology enabled learning. So there are a lot of courses are available in NPTEL. It is the free courses. The students can download. It may be in the form of video or in the form of document. So they can just download and learn it. It is free of cost. But when they go for certification, they have to appear for the examination. For that, they have to pay the examination fee. So the NPTEL is also a very useful platform to have innovative and very advanced topic learning. And the one more learning platform is eBox. This is also very useful. It is also free, and there are some courses are having payment. So we have to choose which one is best for me. Accordingly, you can select it and attend either free course or paid course. And now this Coursera is a very important platform where both engineering as well as arts and science students are familiar with having good number of courses. Actually, this Coursera also provides free courses, but always the very valuable courses are having the that's cost system. So they have to pay each and take down the course. And one more site I would like to show you is mTutor. So this mTutor opens the environment for both engineering students and arts and science students and agriculture students. Even medical students can also get the courses from here. So they can go and sign in and they can get the free courses, as well as there are few paid courses are available. And next one is EDX. EDX is offering more number of courses by having the collaboration with many foreign universities. See here, Harvard University and Boston University, everyone is having collaboration with EDX. So what are the free courses the universities are providing? Everything is available in EDX. So when we enter into the EDX, we can get all the lists what the other universities are providing. So from that, we can choose the course which we like it. And I would like to introduce this futurelearner.com also. It is a free website only. But there is one more thing. Here also, if you want to get the certificate, you have to take down the assessment and finally you have to get the certificate. But it is a very friendly manner. Anytime you can do it, this course. So you can refer to this site to your students. And so far I have told about some of the platforms which is friendly manner as well as useful for our students. Now I would like to tell about this TCS Ion. You are almost known about that. It's the platform which is provided by Tata Consultancy Services. But here the students cannot approach it directly. The institution has to take the effort. We have to make the membership and then we have to provide this opportunity to our students. The same way, one more thing is Let's Connect. Here also the institution has to take the effort to have the link and then we have to provide the service to the students. And during this time, really COVID-19 pandemic, all the statutory bodies are very interested to provide some online courses also. Especially when I was searching for arts and science courses, the UGC is providing list of online courses. I have listed out here. You could please see that. The first one is YM. Even though SWAYAM is common to all technology, that is professional students as well as arts and science students, the site what I have given, the link what I have given here is exclusively for arts and science students. The same way for UG and PG MOOCs is exclusively for arts and science students, but you have to go along with this link. Okay. The same way EPG Patsala and E-Content courseware in UG subjects. I think there are 10 things are there. And then Swayam Prabha, CEC, UGC, YouTube channel. So here all YouTube, recorded videos are available. The students can see to that. And as we all know, National Digital Library, it is open to all. It is a Indian government. We provide the chances to refer all the textbooks in this library. And the very interesting site is Zotkanga. The one who complete a doctorate always aware of this Zotkanga. Yes. So whenever we complete the thesis, we can upload our thesis in this one. So anyone can view this, view our thesis. And while preparing the thesis also, we can get the information from this. Even when I was doing my doctorate, I referred more than 150 theses from this site only. So it is very useful for me. So it is wonderful for research scholars. And then next one is Zot Sindhu. What is the difference? Here in Zotkanga, there are all the theses are available, but in Sindhu, all journals are available. So this is somewhat different. So if we want to download the journals, they can make use of this site. And the last one is Vidwan. It is a platform where all the supervisors and research scholars, doctorate people, postdoctorate persons, everyone can have the collaboration and post their research activities, get the clarification, have the good interaction. So it is the very important site which our nation has offered this one. So we can make use of this Vidwan in order to have the good interaction with the professionals. So as I said earlier, the 10 very important sites UGC provided is exclusively for arts and science students. And somehow I would like to give this reference for AICT also. So because some engineering faculties are there in the past participants, you could refer this site. I have given in my reference site. Third reference is 3 online courses which are promoted by the AICT. So there are a lot of more than 49, I think, so around 50 links are there. So in which the students can take the very important link, they can take it and make use of it. So from this, I would like to tell only one thing is, even though we can think that I am in 40s, 50s, 60s, is this the right time to learn the new things? Yes, it is the right time to learn the new things. As Michelangelo said, at the age of 87, I am still learning. Why can't we say that we are still learning? So what are the sites, references, platforms, what I have given so far is not only for our students, it is for ourselves also. Because if we didn't update ourselves, we cannot say anything to convey anything to our students. So dear friends, let us have the chance to learn what is new. Okay, let us adapt to the changes during this COVID-19 pandemic. So what I'm telling now is, even though the lot of platforms are available, we have to choose the best one, which I want to develop. Either it may be the skills, or it may be either programming languages, or about any particular devices, or any specification, something. First of all, we have to think about it and choose the best one, and we have to go it. So choosing is very important thing for us. At this juncture, I would like to introduce one thing is andragogy. Why I'm saying means we all are in the level of either higher education or professional education level. So the students, one who completed the secondary, the post-secondary level only our college education. So here we have to term this, we have to make it as a term andragogy. We should not call this as a pedagogy. There is a difference, because pedagogy means it is the children learning methods, but andragogy means it is the adult learning methods. So the theory of adult learning method was first proposed by Alexander Kapp, okay, in the year of 1833 itself. But sorry, the term was used. But later only, Malcolm Shepard Knowles, he only introduced the adult learning theory. So why I would like to say this theory to you is, we should understand the youngsters. Okay, what is their mentality? Adults, in which way they are different from children. When we understand that the children and adults education system is different only, we can provide the effective way of learning to and teaching to the students. So the Knowles are telling that there are 5 assumptions are there. From the 5 assumptions of adults, he derived 4 principles. Let me say what are the 4 principles. The first one is, since adults are self-directed, they should have a say in the content and process of their learning. What does that mean? The adults are grown up. They are in the stage of learning. I accept that. Even though they are in the stage, almost they have completed 17 years of life cycle. Okay, so that means they have some experience. So they have their own intention to learn what they have to learn and how they want to become. So the first one is self-directed learning or self-directed education. Second principle is, because adults have so much experience to draw from, their learning should focus on adding to what they have already learned in the past. For example, one student have already learned about one language means it is not needed that they can have the refreshment class. But we should not compel them to have all the 60 hours course for the same language. For example, some student may complete C++ language even they are in the secondary education itself. As soon as they enter into the first year of arts and science or engineering, computer science engineering department, we should not compel them to have 60 hours of course on C++. This should be followed because they have already completed the course. They had experience on that language. Why do you have to compel them? By understanding their mentality and understanding their knowledge, we have to make them to learn some other knowledge which is advanced than C++. So we can allot a Java course or .NET course for him. We should not compel them. No, you have to, it is a compulsory program. You have to join with your friends and have the C++ program. So this is the second thing that we should provide. As per their experience, we have to make the learning system. And third one is, since adults are looking for practical learning, content should focus on issues related to their work or personal life. So as soon as they complete our, college level education, they will move towards upon the their job oriented field. Okay, so they will move on to the placement. So by the time, what we have to do is, we have to think about which is job he want to go. So what are the languages he should know when entering into that company? So likewise, we have to analyze and ask them to have that language course. We should not compel them all the language you have to study, or some languages which is not suitable for his interest, we should not compel them. And the last one is, learning should be centered on solving problems instead of memorizing content. So it is none other than research-oriented education. So here, always we have to guide our students to find the solutions for the problem. We should not give the solutions to the student and ask them to memorize. So these are the 4 principles the Knowles has given us. So I just put it into simple words. These depends upon the 4 different education system. One is self-directed education. Another one is experience-based education. And another one is job-oriented education. And the last one is problem-oriented education. So as a professor and guiding the students, we should understand the adults' feeling, and we have to allot the courses and guide them to take up the courses based on these 4 types of education methods. So the first one is, as I said earlier, self-directed learning. We have to make the students to select their own interested courses and have it on their own. We should give that freedom to the students. The second one is, as I said earlier, experiment-based education system. Here, how the experimental learning is, the simple word we can say it. Learn by doing. If I want to ride bicycle means, I have to first start the bicycle and start to ride it. If I didn't ride it, how can I learn? So the same way, that example is best suitable for this experimental learning. And one more thing I would like to insist that. So suppose if I am while riding the bicycle, I am seeing only the front wheel of the bicycle means I could not balance myself. Because of when the front wheel is moving this direction or that direction, my concentration are distracted and I really fell down. Okay. But when I focus on the target or the distance which I have to follow, the path which I have to follow, then I can easily, steadily, I can ride the bicycle. So this comes from where? Experience-based learning. So once they have taken up one course and they are doing it, after completing 1 week of course, they understand that it is not suitable for that, means they can switch over to the other course. If suppose they think that this course is improving one of my skills means, they can continue the course. So this experience-based learning is very much important, where we can first feel what I am experiencing, and then we have to reflect on what I am experiencing, and we have to connect the ideas and link to existing knowledge and understanding what I have already known about this concept, and prepare the connections. And finally, I have to activate it by doing that level. So as I said earlier, the job-oriented education, it provides work-based learning. So work-based learning, the platform is, the very important platform is, we can provide more amount of, industrial visits and in-plant training and apprenticeships. The students, they should know after completing my university studies, where I will move on, in which job I would like to be placed. So accordingly, they have to select. If suppose one of my students would like to go for network-based company means, it is no need him to study computer languages. Let him study network programming. So once I understand what are the hardwares and softwares that the networks concept, then he can easily go and attend the interview and he can be placed. So this work-based learning is very important nowadays for all the learners. So whenever the students approaches, we have to first understand what is his aim. So what he want to become in the future. By understanding that, we can allot the course for our students. And finally, the important learning method is problem-based learning or research-based learning. So I really admire this. Yes, when we were using the traditional way of our conventional way of educational system, first we professors go to the classroom and we just give the lectures. That is told what we need to know. We just share it. What we know, we share it. And we compel them to memorize it. And then we assign a problem, ask them to solve that problem by using what concept I have already taught you. This was we have done in our traditional way of educational system. But now the problem-based learning system, what it imposes is, first itself we have to assign the problem. Okay, in our society right now we have this problem. Let us take this COVID-19. Okay, so what are you going to do as an engineering student? Or what are you going to do as a science student? Or even the commerce accountancy, statistics, we can make use of some statistics, right? So data management. So as a commerce student, what are you going to do? What is your contribution to solve this problem? First, we have to throw away the problems. Then they have to identify what we need to know. We have to assist them. You please find out this way is suitable for you in order to solve this problem. And last, they will learn and apply it to solve the problem. So just a reverse process. So this problem-based learning is very, very important nowadays in this 21st century. Let us all join hands and to implement it in our higher education system. So, as I said earlier, there is a wide difference between pedagogy and andragogy. You could see that where we stand up, yes, as a teacher or instructor or a professor or lecturer, anyone, in pedagogy, we stand at one side and all other our students are standing on the other side. It is a one-way communication. See the arrow mark? It is a one-way communication. But in andragogy, here, we the instructors are standing at the middle of the team and making them to understand what they are doing, guiding them. So as a guide, we are giving instructions to our students. So it is a two-way communication. Once if I communicated, they understand and then they give the feedback. By knowing their mentality, then we just change our methods. Like this, we are having the friendly relationship in andragogy. So this is the major difference between the pedagogy and andragogy. So I hope that all the professors who are participating this FDTP will have good will to move our system, educational system, from pedagogy method to andragogy method. So in practical, few such strategies we can implement. Already I appreciate many professors are having all these strategies, but anyway, it is my duty to list out a few methods which is suitable for andragogy based educational method. We can provide more case studies, role playing, simulations, and self-evaluation. We are not allowing our students to have the self-evaluation. Always we assess them, yes, right? And then group discussion, and finally student-led teaching. This is none other than giving them some seminars. I always prefer this method of teaching and learning. Why? Because means if I ask a student to learn a question, means he or she will take half an hour to study that question. After half an hour, if I ask the question, she may ask only one or two answers for a question. But at the same time, if I ask him to have it a seminar on this topic, means that involvement is different. Oh, if my friend asks some question, I have to answer what is this term meanings. He and she will run away to other person's teachers. They will ask, ma'am, what is the meaning of this term? If my friends ask, I have to tell them. Like that, the full involvement will come when they give the seminar. So let us make the students to have the student-oriented, student-centered learning system. It is very important for us. So far, I have told about all the technologies, not told all about, but anyway, what are the things I know I just shared with you. But only one thing I would like to share it here. Even though these all technologies are available in the market, am I ready to accept it? Am I ready to adapt it? Because this is the very practical psychological problem right away. We are having the fear of technology. So now we can understand, even in our college, we could find the differences. Out of 100 faculties, the first they just download the app and come for the meet only 50%. Then we have to motivate them. You just go to this Play Store and download this app and store it and follow this instruction. Like that, we have to give instruction. Why? We are having the fear of technology. If I download something wrong, will happen in my mobile. If I touch something, all will come to know that. These are the called fear of technologies. So as professors, first we have to come away from the fear of technology or technophobia. And also it is our duty to say to our students to have and come out of the technophobia. This is one end, okay. The other end is there are some limitations or disadvantages for the people, those who are always using technologies. What are they? Many experts and experienced people say that due to such technology in education, students' imagination is affected. Their thinking ability is reduced. It is true. Because if I want to send a mail, actually if I want to write a letter, means first I will find out the terms and the grammar, how I have to use everything. I have to think about it. But nowadays what is happening in Google, Gmail, As soon as we start put a how, the RU will come immediately. Greetings for the day, it will come immediately. So what I think artificial intelligence, its impact is very much making the people to think, imagination it. Okay, so this is the very important disadvantage of using what is the technology more and more. And then it's sometimes time consuming from teacher's point of view. It is a joke, really. I felt that recently we had a meeting, HOD's meeting with the principal. Actually, the content of the meeting agenda is only for half an hour. But when we want to connect all the HODs for the meet, it took more than 1 hour. Some may have the poor network problems, and some may not have that advanced app version. So they have to again go and reinstall the advanced version, and they have to come and join. So by the time one of our HODs, she shared, sister, within half an hour we could complete this meeting. But see to that, we started by 11 o'clock and completing at 1 o'clock. So it is a time consuming. And then it is costly to install such technology. We have to understand. Anywhere, if you want to buy anything, even if you want to buy one projector, or if you want to buy that virtual reality equipments, it is costly one. So we have to withstand this, okay? And then there can be health issues too when used over limit. I always accept wherever I am talking about this topic. At the last slide, I put that the very, very disadvantage of the technology is it is not good for health when we use it over limit. It is called digital addiction. Okay, we could not, if we are not having mobile and mobile in our hand, we find difficult, feel stressed. And if we didn't get any calls from my friends, and again feel stress, depression. And it affects our eyesight. We could not always see the screens. So it affects our health, even our obesity problem. Some may have the heart problems, and even the IT company people, due to this poor postures, they always have the back pains. So this technology, when we use it over limit, it is not good for our health. And then some students cannot afford modern computer technologies. As I said earlier, we as service-oriented people, we collaborate with the students, those who are in the remote sites. So they are not having the modern computer technologies at their home. If we ask them to attend to one program, immediately they will say, sorry sister, I don't have the smartphone. Then we have to motivate them. No issue, ma, no issue. You just ask your neighbor if anyone is having the mobile phone, borrow it from them, and then just do it for 1 hour, then hand over it. Likewise, we have to understand our students. But anyway, it is also one of the disadvantage that all the students cannot afford modern computer technologies. So with this, I would like to give a very interesting success story of Google. Because always I admire Google, right? So Google was first, it was, even though it was launched in the year of 1998, I would like to introduce these two persons, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. These two were just Stanford University PhD scholars, okay, when they were in the year of 1996. And with the help of their supervisor, Terry Winograd, they just implemented the search engine Google. And they have used the algorithm PageRank. What it means with respect to the number of pages, the first level will be settled. Okay, so it depends upon the number of pages or number of link a document has. So the document which is having more number of pages or more number of link will be come as a first part, first level while we are searching. This is their algorithm they developed. So their supervisor, he guided them, that both boys, and they nicknamed that algorithm as a back rub. After 1 or 1.5 years, in the year of 1997, they selected the name Google and registered it. And then they started the company in the year of 1998. I think 96 means 98, only 2 years. Okay, within the year or 2 years gap, they have implemented started the company. please just refer the topmost level of the billionaires now, the Larry Page and Sergey Brin are there. So my question is, technology has both pros and cons. So how we are using our technology will make us to survive. So as a professor, are we going to encourage our students to make use of the technology very well in the positive way, or we are going to lead them? Now, we are not definitely going to lead them in the wrong way, but when the students are doing it in wrong way, it is our duty to find out that and make them to get out of that also. So my conclusion is, learning never ends. Let us learn, learn, learn till the death. Thank you. Here I have shared my email as well as my mobile number. Dear professors, I would like to communicate to you, have the collaboration with you. So let us have the healthy communications in future. And now I have given these 3 references. These 3 are very important. So the second reference is UGC list, and third reference is AICT list. So you could refer in future. Now I hand over this session to the coordinator organizers. So if any queries are there, please, you can ask it now. In chat box, many of our professors were asked to share my PPT. Surely I will do it. I will hand over this PPT to the organizers. They will share with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you very much, sister. We came to know about many new learning apps which may not be familiar to us. Especially, you have explained the difference between pedagogy and andragogy. That is very excellent, sister. We enjoyed a lot. Now there is the participants. They may get clarified about all the things, so they are not posting any questions. They may get their picture, so that. Okay. Shall we conclude, sister?
Yeah, with pleasure, no issue.
Yes. Now, I would like to invite Mrs. K. Kulanchi Ammal, Assistant Professor of Department of Commerce, to propose vote of thanks.
Education is the key success in life, and teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. A warm and graceful afternoon to one and all present here. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this national level online FDP. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making this first day of FDP a resounding success. On behalf of our management and IQAC, my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished today's resource person, Reverend Sister Dr. A. Janita, Vice Principal and Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Idhaya Engineering College for Women, Sinnasalem, for making an excellent presentation and making this FDP a very meaningful and interesting. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. I particularly liked where she mentioned the impact of technology on education and adaptation learning, and as well as a platform of online courses, and as well as undergraduate method teaching. In this FDP, the way in which she explained this topic was very extraordinary. Thank you, sister. I wish to express my gratitude to our respected beloved principal, Reverend Sister Dr. Eugene Amala, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best. Thank you, sister. I am immensely thankful to our college secretary, vice principal, and administrator for their encouragement. Their guidance has always encouraged us. I thank their kindness, interest, hospitality, and continuous support. I express my sincere thanks to our college IQAC coordinator and the organizer of this FDP, Dr. C. Premila Rossi, head of the Department of Computer Science, for her sincere effort for making this program a great success. And I am happy to express my gratitude to our colleagues that has made this FDP a grand success through their motivation and dedication. It gives me immense pleasure to thank all the faculties from various colleges of your active participation and cooperation. Once again, I thank you all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you. I just request the organizing committee to give me 2 more minutes, because in chat box, Dr. Beena has asked one question. You talked about andragogy. How about cutagogy? Yes, the cutagogy is also a very important topic, but I didn't touch it. But the very basic difference between the andragogy and cutagogy is, as I said earlier, andragogy, the instructor will be there at the middle of the student community. They will give the guidance. But in cutagogy, there is no more instructors. Okay, all our students, that is self-directed, 100% self-motivated and self-directed learning is called cutagogy. It may be in the level of postdoctorate. Okay, after completing our doctorate, if you want to, as an ongoing formation, if you want to learn it in future means, we can refer the term as a cutagogy. That is the main difference between andragogy and cutagogy. Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, good. I really thank the participants. You have given very good positive feedback, and I hope the organizers will also share the feedback link to you. You can post your comments there also. I'm expecting that. And at the last, I would like to thank God Almighty as well as the management of Idhaya College for Women, Kumbakonam, and especially the principal sister, Reverend Sister Dr. Eugene Namala, who approached me and gave me the opportunity to handle this FDTP. And also I would like to thank all the coordinators, IQAC coordinator and all organizing team members for your warm welcome as well as patient listening. Thank you one and all.